Hello everyone, the 316 here with another Mcfarlane Toys Collector's Edition review. I got two figures here. On the right we have the Poison Ivy, number 62, and on the left we have the San Diego Comic-Con Gold Label exclusive Red Hood. Both of these were $34.99, however the Red Hood here was part of the EQL drawings. I did not get the Platinum, but I did get the base version, which is fine. I don't have a Red Hood. But if you want to get that Red Hood on the left, he's going to cost you a bit. And as this is a Gold Label Collector Edition figure, you can see it's a bit different. This is much more squished, and it has the gold label up there. But really excited to get into both of these. Here's Poison Ivy's barcode if you're looking for her. She is a Platinum, or she's all green. I didn't care which version I got, so just got the regular. And then Red Hood here. The most complete Red Hood figure I think we've had, at least on this base body. Interesting enough, they're made on the same day. Same factory, probably. 62 and 65. But yeah, good looking figure. Can't wait to open it. The Platinum looks like this with the brown and the black. So, yeah, like I said, can't wait to open it. Let's get them open. Alright, now with them out of the package, let's take a look at those accessories. They each come with a stand. I'm going to put one in the pile, and then the other one I'm going to hold on to because I'll show you why in a second. They both come with a trading card. Boom, there you go. Red Hood on the left, Ivy on the right. There's a read up on both. Into the binder, there you go. And then Poison Ivy here. She comes with two plant effect pieces. I think we saw these on Hush Superman. Not quite sure. I know he came with one effect piece, but nice looking plants here, just leaves and some vines. And then she comes with 4 different hands. On the figure she comes with hands that look like this, like holding hands. They're not trigger finger, I don't think. Nope, they're just holding hands. And then she comes with, oop, good thing I saw where that went. She comes with an open hand, which has a leaf in it. And then she comes with a more like, I don't know, like come here hand, you know? Not sure how to describe that one. All of them are painted pretty well. So you got that. Red Hood here comes with an alternate head sculpt for Jason Todd. I like how it looks. It's alright. That's one of the earlier ones in the line, but gives me more Bruce Wayne than it does Jason Todd. It's okay. He comes with a crowbar. This could be the crowbar that nearly beat him to death, or it's just a crowbar. And then he does come with 2 guns, and they're the exact same, but they have the Red Hood logo on both sides. I do like that. I wish they had an effect piece hole, but they don't. You'll have to drill one out yourself. So you can either put those in his hands, which may be tough, because this is thick plastic, and so is the hands, and they don't want to move. There's like no give to the hands, so you just kind of... Yeah, I don't like how this feels. You really have to bend the gun. Ugh. Like I said, you know, unstoppable force, immovable object. I just barely. Come on, there you go. I got one gun in, but not really. His finger ain't in. And even, yeah, it's like, really just doesn't want to go in there. But I got one gun, but with the other one, you can stick it in his holster here, which again is also very stiff, and I'm having trouble getting the gun in the holster. Not a fan of that. Dude. Yeah, so you're gonna want to use like a hair dryer on this thing, because it's just no one go. Let me try the other side, see if this one's a little bit better. That one went in just fine. Let me see if I can do the same over here. So put it in from the back. And then, yeah, this one just doesn't want to do it. Maybe I'll have to bore a hole, or rather a bigger hole into this one. Because again, when I try to put it in here, it just barely it doesn't even want to go in. It's like, ugh, did not like that. Not a fan. Since we have Red Hood here, I guess we'll start with him. So this is complete reuse of their first Red Hood. They never improved the design. And because of that, he's got some problems. He's very top heavy. His legs are very thin. His upper torso is pretty sizable, chunky, and heavy. So because of that, he doesn't want to stand up on his own. Okay, he's actually standing, but as you can see, it's at an angle. And again, this is one of the earlier figure releases in the line. I think it was 2021, maybe 2022. But he has the ball sockets, or ball joint ankles that are, they're not sculpted. They're just circles. So good and bad with that. And same thing with the wrists, but the wrists are covered up by this piece of plastic. It's more of a rubberized plastic. So you can't actually see the joints underneath. I don't think... Oh, actually, it is the glove. So the glove is attached in there. I don't believe it is a ball-jointed wrist. I think it's just a peg. Hard to tell, though, without taking it apart. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. It's also got this thing with the crotch piece. Crotch piece is a hard plastic, I believe. No, it's an overlay. Never mind. It's just because of how small it is. I mean, he's got a smaller crotch piece than Poison Ivy. What does that tell you? Anyway, I think that visually it looks mostly good, but he's got Dorito torso, triangle. It's just because of the way the jacket's made. It doesn't look bad, but it's just something about it looks more like animated proportions rather than human realistic or even comic book proportions. Again, not bad, just not great. I think the most notable thing here is how good the head sculpt looks. I think the head looks great. It's very well painted. The shiny metallic red, the black lining on the inside, as well as the white eyes, which when I looked up into the head, you can't see it, but the white eyes are actually a separate piece in the helmet, which is cool. I don't think you'd be able to put this, in the helmet, but yeah, his head is bigger than the helmet. Kind of wish he had a bigger helmet piece. I'm also not a big fan of the neck. It just looks weird. It goes at an odd angle, and I get that they had to do that because of the jacket here. And you could technically remove this jacket piece, but then you'd still have the sleeved arms. Speaking of which, I don't really like how they did the sleeves look. It just looks wonky. Like, I get it, that they actually, incorrectly painted it. So, if you look at the jacket on here, you can see that it's brown. And then he has sleeves underneath the jacket that are the same color as his torso. His undersuit, if you will. His arms are all black. So you'd have to repaint this gray or repaint the torso black. It just doesn't look right. And, because these are black, it makes the rolled up sleeves look worse. It just doesn't look good. I wish they kept this gray. But I think that they had to make this black because this is black and this is all one piece here, so it would look weird if they, didn't do that. The figure is decently well painted. This is an overlay piece that's molded in red. I don't think anything else is molded in red. And I would take the jacket off to show you his back, but does anyone really care about that? I don't. A decent looking red hood figure, but I wish they updated it in some way. They've used this mold a lot and it shows. So, not bad, but I'm glad to have one at the very least. Poison Ivy here is almost a complete reuse of the Pamela Isley. What's her name? Uma Thurman. There we go. Reuse of the Uma Thurman Poison Ivy figure. And I'm okay with that. I honestly don't have a problem with that. It's a good body to reuse. And, it's Poison Ivy. It looks good. I wish they gave her regular feet instead of heels, though. I always felt that Ivy was not a heels person. She was more of a flat shoe or bare feet. I mean, if we look at the art card, you can see what I mean. She doesn't have heels. She just has a shoe, or semblance of a shoe. But, yeah, it's, like I said, complete reuse of that movie figure, except for the new head sculpt and the new hands here. And, again, I'm okay with that. But, like I said, really only thing to look at here is the head sculpt. It looks good. I saw someone repaint this and it looked a lot better. I'm not going to repaint my face sculpt. I think it looks fine. But if I ever get the inkling to do it, I'll let you guys know. But It does look like this Poison Ivy's wearing makeup. This is more of a classic look for Ivy rather than the green skin that they went with in later iterations. Not a problem with that. They did give her the highlights on the hips here. Why couldn't I think of thigh? The thighs. These are the hips, these are the thighs. But they did give her the highlights for that to show the vine. I don't know why. It's weird. And then she's got the vines on her lower, her calves, shins, her shins. These are calves, these are shins. Getting my anatomy mixed up. But yeah, decent figure. Looks good. Since we're here, the only articulation I'm going to show is the head sculpt. She can, she's got all this hair in the way, so can't really move much in tilt department. She can look down. See, can't really look up, if at all. And she could spin at the very least, but again, the hair gets in the way. And that did not feel good twisting that. And there is a bit of a subtle shading difference on here. It's a little bit brighter heat in the middle. So I do like that. But there's Poison Ivy, and while we're here, I'll show her with these effect pieces. There's no particular way you can put them on, but I'm going to put mine on like this. I think that's good. And then this one, I think I like it like this. Actually, it might be better if I put it around her leg. I think it's more of a leg accessory than an arm one. Yeah, that kind of fits. I kind of like that. I don't think that looks bad. I'm not going to keep it like that, but, put it around the arm if you want. I think that it's just, this one's a lot larger. This one's a bit smaller. And because of that, she can actually hold it in her hand a little bit. It does look a little weird. But there you go. But it's time for the best part of the review. Size comparisons. Give me that. Oh wait, I didn't show Red Hood's articulation. Oh well. That's okay. Alright, Ivy stands at about 7 inches tall, and Red Hood is about 7¼ inches tall. We'll show them off over here with the usuals. There you go. Red Hood's about the same height as Hellboy. Actually, Poison Ivy too. Obviously that Hellboy has the demon horns, if you will, but yeah, these guys look pretty good. We head to the Bat shelf. Here's Red Hood next to some other members of the Bat family. You can see how he scales. Looks pretty good next to Robin and Batman. Not so much against Barbara back there or Stephanie. But over here we got Poison Ivy, and she's kind of hiding back there. She's a smaller figure, and that's where I could fit her in. I put her next to Bronze Tiger, but I don't know. Maybe I'll swap Bronze Tiger and her. I'm figuring it out, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of these two figures. Personally, if you're going to get one of these, Poison Ivy, regular or platinum, they're both pretty much the same. Red Hood really suffers from the old mold syndrome. It's an old mold. It's from prior years. It's good looking on the shelf on display, but as an action figure, it's not very good. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell. It all helps out the channel. And as always, peace.